Wisdom says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. Here are more than 50 pieces of wisdom to help you on your entrepreneurial journey. They are listed in not particular order. 1. Half of all entrepreneurs underestimate how much money they'll need to survive their first year. Many discover too late that startup costs are higher than expected. 2. Between 66 and 77% of entrepreneurs fund their business with personal savings. Most founders bet on themselves before anyone else does. 3. 1/3 of small businesses start with less than $5,000. Big dreams often begin with surprisingly small budgets. 4. Opening a physical storefront costs about $100,000 on average. Rent, equipment, and renovations add up quickly. 5. Most home-based businesses launch for just $1,000 to $5,000. Working from home dramatically lowers startup costs. 6. Only 3% of founders secure angel investor funding. Finding investors is far harder than most people think. 7. Just 3% of startups receive venture capital funding. The vast majority never see a VC dollar. 8. Crowdfunding provides only 2% of small business funding. Most entrepreneurs still rely on traditional financing methods. 9. Loans, credit lines, and credit cards account for 75% of business financing. Debt remains the primary fuel for many startups. 10. The average SBA-backed loan is around $107,000. That funding can be a lifeline for growing businesses. 11. More than 27% of entrepreneurs can't obtain all the funding they need. Many businesses start with a financial disadvantage. 12. About 20% of small businesses fail during their first year. The startup journey is riskier than many expect. 13. Only half of new businesses survive their first 5 years. Reaching year 5 is a major milestone. 14. Just 35% of businesses remain open after 10 years. Longevity is rarer than success stories suggest. 15. Roughly 1 out of every 12 businesses closes each year. Business turnover is a constant reality. 16. 82% of failed businesses cite poor cash flow management. Running out of cash is often the final blow. 17. Lack of market demand contributes to 35% of startup failures. Even great products need willing buyers. 18. 40% of small businesses are profitable today. Another 30% are simply breaking even. 19. Startups with 2 founders raise about 30% more money. Partnerships often attract greater investor confidence. 20. 2-founder startups experience nearly 3 times the user growth. Shared skills can accelerate expansion. 21. Companies with 2 founders are 19% less likely to scale prematurely. A second perspective often improves decision-making. 22. More than 500,000 new businesses launch every month in America. Entrepreneurship remains alive and well. 23. Men own roughly 57 to 59% of small businesses. Women own the remaining 41 to 43%. 24. Generation X owns nearly half of all U.S. small businesses. They currently dominate the entrepreneurial landscape. 25. Millennial entrepreneurship has increased by 27% in recent years. Younger founders are entering the market in growing numbers. 26. Minority entrepreneurs own about 21% of U.S. small businesses. Their economic influence continues to expand. 27. About 70% of business owners hold a bachelor's degree. Education remains common among entrepreneurs. 28. 27% of business owners have earned a master's degree. Advanced education is more common than many assume. 29. Nearly 1/4 of founders leave corporate America to start a business. Dissatisfaction often sparks entrepreneurship. 30. Military veterans own approximately 6% of small businesses. Many bring leadership and discipline into business ownership. 31. Hispanic entrepreneurs own around 14 to 15% of small businesses. Their contribution to the economy continues to grow. 32. Black-owned businesses have increased by 57% since 2017. Entrepreneurship is expanding rapidly within the community. 33. Ecuador leads the world in entrepreneurship participation. 1 out of every 3 people is starting or running a business. 34. Almost 90% of small business owners earn less than $100,000 annually. Business ownership doesn't always mean wealth. 35. The median income for a small business owner is about $67,000. Many owners earn less than people expect. 36. 20% of small businesses have no employees at all. The founder handles every task personally. 37. Only 19% of owners work more than 60 hours weekly. The workaholic stereotype isn't always true. 38. 78% of small business owners report high career satisfaction. Most feel the rewards outweigh the challenges. 39. About 17% of owners outsource all accounting to a CPA. Professional help saves time and reduces errors. 40. More than half of small businesses use or hire a CFO. Financial expertise is increasingly valued. 41. 41% of small businesses source over 10% of goods internationally. Global supply chains affect even small companies. 42. 9% of self-employed workers rely on the gig economy full-time. Platforms like Upwork create new opportunities. 43. 35% of small organizations feel unprepared for cyber threats. Digital security remains a growing concern. 44. Small businesses employ roughly 57 million Americans. They are a massive force in the workforce. 45. Companies with fewer than 500 employees provide 46.8% of private sector jobs. Small firms power nearly half the workforce. 46. Businesses with fewer than 10 employees represent 75% of private employers. Tiny companies make up most of the market. 47. Since 1995, small businesses created 62% of all net new jobs. They remain America's leading job creators. 48. 78% of owners struggle to find skilled workers. Hiring qualified employees remains a major challenge. 49. Small business employees earn about $50,000 annually on average. Compensation can be competitive with larger firms. 50. Businesses offering flexible work arrangements see employee retention increase by 25%. Flexibility helps keep valuable workers. 51. Remote work adoption among small businesses has risen 58% since 2020. Workplace norms continue to evolve rapidly. 52. Women-owned businesses generate approximately $1.8 trillion in annual revenue. Their economic impact is enormous. 53. Entrepreneurs in 78% of global economies prioritize sustainability. Environmental responsibility is becoming a business priority.